And we're joined by today's runner-up, Kaz Grala, driver of the number 33 Outlaw Fastener Chevrolet. And then third place finisher, Grant Enfinger, driver of the number 8 Ride TV Toy. And let's start with you, Kaz. You know, not only did you finish second today, you received your diploma on stage for the how satisfying was this day for you?
Beyond satisfying. I mean, this was clearly a big day, not only for me in my school life, but for my racing life, too. I kind of lead 2 lives, so this was a big day all around. But a huge congrats to Johnny Sauter. Really happy to see him get that. And now we got 2 trucks on the team in the playoffs, which is always great news.
And Grant,
I got a question for Kaz. Where did you restart there?
4th.
So you're 4th with tires. That's crazy. That's cool. That's crazy how
I did what I could.
did you do any engineering calculations to figure that out, that you're going to be able to be that successful?
I think I was able to figure out engineering-wise that it's tough with dirty air for sure, but that was the cleanest air I've had all day, and that's how we were able to keep that track position. Jerry Baxter really did a great job today, timing it right so we had track position when it counted, and that's really what it took today.
Kaz will be attending Georgia Tech University in the fall to study engineering. Grant, today, your first top 5 finish of the season. How difficult was it out there, and how satisfying is this finish for you?
You know, it's definitely a good run for us. We needed a solid finish going into the busy part of the season here. We haven't got off this year to a great start, but we have all the tools to work with there. We just haven't performed. But Jeff Hensley made a great call there. Got us some track position, like Cass said. That seemed to be key. We were a mediocre truck in dirty air, and I think we were pretty good in clean air. In all honesty, I think Johnny did great. He didn't make a mistake there. Kind of proved that the track position was more important than tires there at the end. But can't say enough about the calls. Jeff Hensley's made 3 good calls for us this season and kind of salvaged good days out of mediocre days for us. So really proud of everybody on this Ride TV Tundra. Feel like we got a little momentum now. We've made 2 better finishes than we deserved the last 2 races, but I feel like we're getting there.
Okay, we're going to open up the floor for questions. If you have a question for either one of these gentlemen, we'll get a wireless mic to you. We'll start here with Reed Spencer, then go to Jim Utter.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Kaz, were you surprised that you couldn't get to him at all during that last run with better tires?
You know, tires certainly are important, but at a place like this, especially when the bottom is king and you really want to be all in the same place, I think air trumps tires for the most part, certainly to a point. But, you know, Johnny Sauter is a veteran and a champion for a reason, and he'd let me roll up to him a little bit when he was pushing up off the bottom because he was struggling with some handling issues himself. But he certainly knew when I'd get near him, he'd back it up, stay on the very bottom, and take away that air that I needed. And he was able to hold me at bay. So you certainly can see why he's won so many races.
Go next to Jim.
Jim Utter, motorsport.com. Kaz, you won the season opener at Daytona. How did it feel to be in the mix for a win again this weekend?
Really good. I mean, this is honestly the first track this season that we're coming to that I feel like I know. I mean, Martinsville's Martinsville. You know, anything can happen there. But this place I've been to a couple times in a K&N car. I've been here once in a truck, so I felt like I really knew what I needed my truck to feel like. So I think that helped us out significantly. I still have to get a handle on these 1.5 miles a little bit. But I was pretty happy with the day and happy at the end to be in contention for the win. I think Daytona, that's its own animal. That was very cool to get the win there, but we've got a few tracks coming up here, busy the next 3 weeks that I feel like we could really use to back up that Daytona finish at, and I feel like we're off to a good start in doing so today.
Additional questions? Let's go to Dustin.
Yeah, Dustin Albino, front stretch. For Kaz, you hit the wall with 50 or so laps to go. How did that affect the handling of the car late in the race?
You know, initially it actually freed it up a little bit. I think I knocked a little bit of side force out of it, but we made an adjustment on that last pit stop, and I got that out of it, and we were all set from there. It didn't really get the wheel or the suspension any as far as I could tell, so it was just a little bit of body damage, nothing too bad.
Go next to Jerry.
Jerry Jordan, Kicking the Tires.net and Performance Racing Network. Kaz, I came in a little bit late. You may have addressed some of this, but I heard you talk about the tracks and your season. What about you personally in this transition full-time and in the truck series and doing this, what you're doing this year?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a big transition. There's a lot of different types of tracks that I haven't seen before that I'm still trying to get adjusted to. But this is also a big transition in my life because I just finished up high school. I graduated today. Now I get to turn my attention really full time to this and focus on this throughout the remainder of the season. So this is a great way to start that off, a good little momentum booster going into the next 3 weeks in a row. And I think that's exactly what we needed.
Additional questions? Gentlemen, congratulations on the finish today, and best luck next week in Texas Motor Speedway.
Thank you.